Hello Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. These are your lunar messages for mid-May 2020. And I'm recording this in the full moon in Scorpio. It's, super moon, flower moon. And it's in Scorpio if you follow Western astrology. If you follow sidereal, the full moon is in Libra. But chances are the house that falls in Scorpio in Western actually is in Libra. So we're still going to look at your first house. Appearance, your outward personality, your sense of self, what makes you you on a soul level. Okay, Sun, Moon, and Rising Scorpio. So we have this full moon as well. There has just been a shift in the lunar nodes from Cancer, Capricorn to Gemini, Sagittarius. So these messages hopefully can give you a little bit of clarity and understanding of what's transpired, what is transpiring, and what's to come, is what is being released, or what you're moving away from, what is shifting, and what you will have to embrace, kind of past, present, future energy. But let's get into your area of what's to be released. Solitude, the woodward. Okay. I feel for some of you, this is a sense of you coming out of your shell, where you have had to temper your passions or desires, or your I feel it's like taming the beast with this the woodward, and the wildwood tarot that I'm clarifying with is mirrored with the strength energy in the normal tarot. So the solitude, some of you, I feel like you maybe got to a point where there may have been something where you withdrew, or there was an attitude of being withdrawn, to gather strength, to restore strength. Some of you are ready to come out of this mode of self-reflection. You have a strong understanding of this, who you are, who you've become, who you are today, what you will stand for, what you have the courage to stand up against, that goes against your true self. Okay, a lot of inner reflection has gone on for some of you in your recent past on how you've grown, how you've changed, especially what you've overcome to get to this mode of strength and having a bit more power to have a say-so on what you accept into your world or what you reject in your world from coming in. Okay, so this is an area of strength where you've built that, you've obtained that. You're ready to come out of solitude. You're ready to maybe loosen some of the reins a little bit as well too. There's something I feel like where your ego with this is like pride in your journey, and what were your struggles, because it gave you strength, things that you maybe had to deal with on your own that you've kept hidden inside only for you. Okay, I feel there's this sense of overcoming something in a very kind of independent way, on your own. And for some of you, this time of isolation even has gotten you really in touch with that part of yourself, and has strengthened your sense of self-confidence, self-awareness. So here we have commitment as your transitional, what's shifting. Page of Stones, links. So with this energy, Page of Stones would be sort of like Page of Pentacle energy, but the wildwood as well gets into the nature of the animals that I feel for some of you, this is a new commitment that you're willing to make, that you're coming out of singlehood and maybe giving someone a promise. With the Page of Stones, this is an investment that you would be hoping to make a new beginning with, but with a sense of caution and really paying attention to. I feel like some of you, this is the contract. If you're getting married, you might be looking into some type of prenuptial agreement, or there could be a slow move into or towards commitment, but even still being cautious of opening up, still being in that place where there's something that you're going to keep a little bit for yourself. There's an energy too where I'm getting is like there's commitment but on your terms. This is even committing to yourself with this 3-6 goes into 9 energy. Committing to yourself takes discipline. So there's something with discipline that is shifting here. There's something here where you've gotten in touch with your ego side or your sense of pride, what you've overcome. But here what's shifting now is it's going to take discipline as you start a new chapter, a new phase in your life where you would continue to make choices and decisions that bring in results. A relationship that has the promise of long term, even if it's your promises to yourself. Some of you are making a promise to yourself that you're either not going to do something again, or that's or something is just not you anymore. You're making some type of change and you're going to commit to it. And you're in the process of like ironing out the details of how you want this journey of commitment or discipline to look for you. Some of you with a new physical plan, something with your health maybe even, that you realize that you need to commit to. But it is also giving me kind of partnership energy. So some of you may be in that transition of getting to know someone, communicating, but it's a slow communication. There's a slow commitment developing as well too with the relationship. Slow commitment developing based on a long period of time. For some of you, it's been a long period of time. For some of you, it's maybe just been recently where you maybe been in isolation. But for some of you, you have been single for quite some time and you've gathered and gained some strength. You've overcome some pain and hurt, and on your own, you've kind of gone deep in reflection. So you now knowing who you are, you kind of know what you want to attract in your world and how to recognize that. And you have a very kind of keen insight on where you need to be going for a valuable connection or relationship, or even a discipline that continues to raise your level of confidence in yourself. Some of you even may be doing something with your appearance that is a commitment. A new change with something like that to reflect kind of where you've grown or you've outgrown a side of yourself. So here we have what to embrace: metamorphosis, 9 of Vessels, generosity. I feel that this is some of you, it's like this hibernation that is coming through as far as that. And we've all kind of been forced in a way, but for some of you, you're really kind of be coming out of a cocoon in some area of your life. The change that you've made to yourself, or you're in the process of getting to the point of discipline where you're going to be seeing results. And that being, because again, your first house is self, your self-image, how you appear to your world. And some of you, I feel like it's not just been that outer work, it's inner work, inner and outer work, and you seeing the need and the importance for you to take some time to get that inner work in, and then now you're in this discipline with this, and committing to a path where there's more value being produced and more long-term results being produced. So I feel this is a sign that your efforts for whatever you're working towards improving yourself will pay off. You want a happier, loving connection or relationship. There could be a change, like what comes through. Some of you, I feel like you've been waiting a long time for a commitment. Some of you stood your ground with someone where it was like, well, you know what, if you're not going to give me what you want, what I want, or what I need out of a relationship, you know, someone was maybe in this mode of putting you in a category of uh, dating or friends for a long time, or um, I feel that some of you kind of stood your ground with something with someone. It's possible. So then the shift of commitment is happening here, where the person maybe is in the mind frame of like going towards commitment, not wanting to lose the connection that you have. I feel like some of you are going to notice a change in the relationship, but also that being as a result of you making some strong changes about you and what you even accept, what you allow to happen, how long you're willing to put up with someone who's not committed, or even situations where there was a lack of discipline even for yourself, because we do have again the 9 here energy. So this is happiness within yourself, divine happiness, being a bit less dependent on others for that. And I feel like for some of you, that's a strength that you've acquired in some time, in knowing that regardless of where someone may be lacking, seeing your value or your worth, or lack of commitment in a relationship, or having the discipline with that, there may be in the process of a slow change, but either way, I feel that this is a satisfaction energy. And I do see this as wish fulfillment, even though with generosity, you being in this place where you've taken the time for yourself, that puts you back into that place where you can be a lot more loving and caring to others. And having the power to change how you affect others through taking that time to. So some of you are going through some change, and I'm also kind of getting that some of you are making like a physical change you'll be very happy with. There's something here where you feel like it really just reflects you coming out of hibernation or in a state of reflection. I kind of feel like some of you are going to be making some type of change with your physical appearance that will be very surprising to people, but you feel very happy about. But for others, I feel like you're going to be in this space where you're even more open to relationships again, love again, and any self-improvement. Yeah, so I feel like that's coming in for some of you. Embracing and allowing others to embrace, I wouldn't say the new you, but the evolved you. A relationship as well could be evolving a bit more. Some of you are really tapping into your healing, some type of healing gifts, or what's healing about a relationship, or being generous through your emotions, being happy with yourself. I feel mainly this is happiness with yourself and happiness with your growth, happiness with your change, being happy about shedding an old part of yourself. Even if you're not coming into a relationship, or even if you get to that point, well, you know what, I'm committed to me, I'm committed to myself, you know, that's eventually still going to be bringing in more change, more shedding of old ways that no longer align with your sense of self. And in some ways you will become more loving and attract more to you as you're not seeking it. It will just be kind of drawn. You will be drawing love to you by embodying love in itself. I know that's all. I can get sometimes a little bit too metamorphical, but let's look into your card. All right, so we have contentment and abundance. Contentment, you can learn to rest in what you already have and already are. Suddenly you remember, I'm right here, resting in God. And then we have abundance, divine beloved, please show me how to feel fully deserving to receive. I release my ego's plan and open to being a vehicle for abundance. We talked a little bit about ego in this area and getting in touch with that, how you identify yourself, your ego, what you present, what is your reflection, but mainly how is it that you feel about yourself is the most important here. So I feel like that should tie together your messages, these two that just wanted to fly out and also knock my camera a bit. Suddenly you remember, I'm right here resting in God. Self-contentment. There's an abundance of that. There's a well of that within you. And I feel if any of you have fallen into anything where you were not taking care of yourself, your health, there's this strength where you've overcome what was challenging and you doing that. There's a sense of being high on life, high on existing, happy to be, your sense of happiness. And for some of you, it definitely can be coming in through a relationship. And you feeling as if in knowing that it's yours, you're deserving of more of what you feel is right. If it's a commitment, you deserve it all. That's what that is saying in abundance. You deserve love in abundance, not in a half-hearted way or non-committal way or not less disciplined way. So whether that comes and you have it already or it's in the process of being on its way to you, I feel like you're kind of meeting that energy. You're rising up to that level, okay, of attracting it. So that's your message, Scorpio. I do hope it was helpful for you. If you would like a personal reading, phone readings below, there's a link for how you can schedule one. And if you would like a card video reading, no time limits, then that's you can still email me at deuceofdiamondreader@gmail.com. I hope this was helpful. If it was, give me a like. Keep in mind, you can check your moon or your rising as well if it didn't. But, you know, as well, these messages are predictive. So even if they don't resonate now, they could at a later date. Time is fluid. Not putting a limit on this. Just tapping into the lunar shifts that are in transit at the moment right now. So subscribe if you aren't. And thank you for those who are. I'll talk to you soon.